Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. I got to get out in my garden this morning, y'all. So I had to be fully dressed for battles of mosquitoes. But y'all, I was watching Joe Scarborough this morning, and he was talking about how the IRS has said that we can that the churches, the pastors, can, I guess they can bag a candidate now, in the elections, and they could talk about it without losing their tax-free status. So he had Reverend Al Sharpton on there, and he asked Reverend Al about it. Reverend Al's black. He asked Reverend Al about it, and Reverend Al said, "Well, I guess now two will be able to play that game. They need to be careful what they ask for." Joe Scarborough turns back around, spins the block, and tell Reverend Al, "Well, both have been doing it. Both of. How do you know? Do you go to churches with a bunch of Democrats? Do you go to churches with a bunch of blacks? How do you know? Because at my black church that I go to, my pastor does not like for you to speak about politics because he said you never know what somebody's political views are. So how does Joe Scarborough know that both sides do it? That's what I'm talking about. All that elitism is just too much. It's team too much. You know what I mean? And I'm like, so I just don't understand how they got that. And then talking about the churches, uh, I was watching Joy Reid yesterday, and she had Pastor Jamal Bryant on. He has a mega church in Atlanta. I forget the name of it. They were talking about the Target, the boycott for Target, and if it's working. Well, yeah, it's crippling Target, and they were saying, that uh, for when the Essence Festival was there, that Target always sponsors the Essence Festival and this, that, and the third, and how people gonna feel about that. But my thing is, will the boycott work too well? Because our goal should never be to put people out of work. So you want to cripple the top, but you do not want to put regular, average working people out of work. And Target still carries a lot of black brands. So I don't know how I feel about that boycotting until they go broke. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Are there other motives involved? And it may not be any other motives involved for Pastor Jamal. But it seems kind of like this one with him is personal. And I'm not sure, because I feel like the boycott needs to be more targeted towards their personal wealth, not towards the, like with the company wealth. You know what I mean? We know it's got to be targeted towards the company wealth too. But like if they have personal things that people are doing, we need to be targeting that to bring them down and to shame them. And Target has been trying to ask black people to come back. Well, and they say they understand our anger. Well, how much longer should we boycott them? We have to boycott with a purpose, but we also have to make sure that when people want to boycott, because it was organic boycotting these places, but when they want to boycott, you have to make sure it's right, because we were boycotting Walmart, but a lot of people only have Walmarts in their city, so they have to go to Walmart. So is it fair to boycott Target, but you can't really boycott a mega store? And then when you do, one of my church members said that my sister works at Target. I don't want her to be out of work. She gets good benefits for my nieces. You see what I'm saying? So how long should that boycott last? But y'all, the big thing to me was the IRS and Joe Scarborough trying to say that all churches endorse somebody, like he has been to every church in America and he knows that this is what they do. It's the elitism to me when a black person is trying to tell you their experience and you just cut them off because you think you know. That's the epitome. The epitome. And he's supposed to be a good Southern Christian boy. That's the epitome of disrespect. From an angry black woman out of Tennessee, y'all, let's get out the mud. Stay woke so you ain't got to get woke. The have-nots will defeat the haves. Welcome to the Poor People's Revolution.